what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another Sunday. Skinny Dean the Sandman here in the barbershop once again. It's episode 32, the Always Chillin' podcast. Good to see everybody another week. Like us wherever you're listening to us. Leave us a review. We're on videos on Spotify now for some reason. Yeah, we got like early access to that.
Getting fancy, man.
Yeah, there's an application you could apply for it. I applied. They're like, how many YouTube subscribers you got? I'm like, 50. And they gave it to us though. Hey. So yeah, we're on Spotify video.
50's enough.
Yeah, we're one of the early adopters of that, I guess. So.
We in like Flynn.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, leave us a review, like us, comment, share the stuff, and tell your friends we're a cool podcast. Get to listening to us. You wanted me to keep at the top of my list industry plants.
Industry plants.
Talk about industry plants
in hip hop.
Yeah, in hip hop or whatever.
In hip hop, industry plants in hip hop. Like I said, I guess I never really knew that it existed, but once I started watching and listening a little more, I was like, well, no shit. Yeah, the Tekashis, the Chance the Rappers, the Lil Nas X's, the industry.
Yeah, you don't like Chance the Rapper, huh?
I do not like Chance the Rapper. I don't. And I tried at first, and it was through the whole, the bully thing, when the bully was the enemy, you know what I mean? The bully was public enemy number one. I felt like, dude, you ain't kicked nobody's ass yet. Every fucking song you getting your ass kicked, you get picked up, you know what I mean? It's just I felt like it just flattened the minds of our kids, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't gotta be a pussy like fucking Chance the Rapper, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I liked him a lot more at first.
Yeah, he just cool at first.
Yeah, he just got kind of old after a little bit.
And that it just got real redundant with me, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I'll speak on it, Lil Nas X. Other than the fact that all the other bullshit, I mean, music-wise is what I'm grading. I gave the kid a chance. I tried to listen to it, but looking at that, man, the dude's talentless, man. The dude moves like Frankenstein, and they gotta fix his voice in the studio, man.
You don't like Old Town Road?
Nah, man. That shit was whack, man. You know what? Damn Billy Ray Cyrus for that shit. You know what I mean? More than Lil Nas X. He kid. You know what I mean? Damn Billy Ray Cyrus, dog. What the fuck was you thinking, man? On that shit. But yeah, industry plants. One-hit wonders. I guess they don't call them one-hit wonders no more. But industry plants.
Yeah, I mean, they still do. You just don't know who's a one-hit wonder until they go away, So there's probably some one-hit wonders out right now that 10 years from now we'll be like, oh, that dude was a one-hit wonder.
One-hit wonder. Tekashi's, everybody with the colored dreads pretty much was on the list. But one I didn't agree with, man. And maybe because it was in my time. And if everybody hears this song, I don't give a damn if you're at a wedding, if you're at a club, if you have to stop lighting, somebody else is playing it. But when you hear that dung 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 dung, motherfuckers is hitting the dance floor, man. Yeah. Y'all gotta back up off Vanilla Ice, man. Y'all gotta back up off Ice, man. That dude rhymed, man, and he danced. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
he was a one-hit wonder, though. Yeah. I mean, I think most people would be hard pressed to name more than one song.
Yeah, but behind the scenes, man, Ice did a lot for hip hop, man. Without Vanilla Ice, there would be no Death Row. And a lot of you young motherfuckers don't know. Call it what you want. Well, there's two different stories. Some say Suge Knight bullied him, and he said he was glad to do it. You know what I mean? But he funded that shit. That was his money. That's how Death Row was started. Whether Vanilla Ice got shook down or not, I don't know. I don't know that part of it. But yeah, man, the history of it, yeah, man, that dude actually had a major contribution to hip hop, man.
Yeah, you can take credit for that.
He gotta take credit for it. It was his brand.
Even if he got shook down.
Even if he got shook down, man. Y'all gotta back up off Ice for a minute, man. I actually, I fucked with that song, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a formula. Like, people know what is going to sell well. And I think they do kind of cookie cutter somebody into certain things. I mean, there's like 6 people that write all the songs that everybody sings.
And here.
Yeah.
We'll dress you up and rehearse you, and then we'll put you out. Mm-hmm. Industry plant like a motherfucker.
It's definitely a bit. They definitely have some like mathematical equation
that we don't know.
You sprinkle this much here and this much here. Yeah.
And then I was watching. You listen to Boosie, Lil Boosie?
A little bit.
A little bit. I do a little bit. Like I said, I never sold dope.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get into a lot of the trap rap. Didn't exist in my day. You know what I mean? So I don't really get into a lot of that shit. But there was a debate on Vlad TV
I love Vlad TV though.
Vlad's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vlad if you ever fuck with us, man. But who is the modern day Tupac?
I don't know.
You gotta say Boosie. But
What qualities make someone
okay,
modern day
that
Tupac?
and that's where I'm going with that, because, and I think I said this on an earlier show. I wasn't a Tupac fan in the beginning. You know, I didn't like his style. You know what I mean? I didn't like the loud mouth shit talking little motherfucker. You know what I mean? And that's what Tupac was to me. And I kind of see Lil Boosie the same. I say that you can't do that. Just like LeBron ain't Mike.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can't. Tupac had a movement.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know if it doesn't feel like anybody's like pioneering anything.
Nah,
nobody's really breaking new ground.
Okay, you feeling me?
Yeah, like
Pac had a movement, man. Everybody loved that motherfucker, man. White kids, brown kids, black kids, everybody. Motherfuckers' moms knew Tupac.
Yeah, I think
if just from TV.
Yeah, I think that's something you can only do once. You know, like I don't think you can ever do that again.
You can't do that again, man.
Yeah, so
yeah, you can't.
There's only one.
There's only one, man. There's only one. I don't like that. I'm the modern day Tupac. You really ain't, man. First of all,
yeah, especially when you're saying it.
When you're saying it,
like, if someone else says it, okay.
You can't say that, man. You can't say that. In the body of work. I mean, a lot of these rappers, man, they 2 albums at the most, and they calling themselves the GOAT. You see where who said that? Somebody said Kodak Black is lyrically up there with Lil Baby. We just don't hear it.
What does that mean?
Yeah, and I was like, what
do
the
you mean
fuck?
you don't
Who
hear
said
it?
that? I was like, man, get the Kodak Black.
Why don't you hear it? Because
we can't understand that little
he's not
motherfucker,
saying
man. I mean, what the fuck, man? What kind of fucking that's and this motherfucker calling himself the GOAT right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just kind of have to. Like if you're if you're the only one not calling yourself the GOAT, then you know. It's like, I mean, I think everybody knows that.
I think
like,
motherfuckers need to quit passing that term around so much, man.
Yeah,
like,
it just turned into slang. I don't think
it's just a slang now.
I don't think it means. I don't think it carries the weight of actually like the greatest of all time. People just
even in the NBA, bro. And a lot of people might talk a little shit on me about this, but I don't even consider Michael Jordan the GOAT. I don't consider LeBron James the GOAT. You know who my GOAT is? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I was gonna say Larry Bird.
He up there. He on the list.
I know.
That's my favorite white boy all time, dog.
Larry Bird.
That's my favorite white boy all time right there. That motherfucker was a killer. But until you pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the most important statistical category in the game of basketball, which is putting the ball in the hoop, right?
Sure.
Ain't none of y'all the GOAT. He's number one. He is the number one motherfucker. He's top of the list. You can't put yourself over number one when you're 4, 5, and 6. You just can't do that shit, man.
It's math.
I'm not taking that shit, man. You can't.
Mathematical, black and white.
You can't do that with me.
It's on the board. Check the board.
Check the board, man. That motherfucker leads in most statistical categories, and people trying to put. I don't like that.
I wasn't really that interested in going to a basketball game ever.
Oh yeah.
Until you told me that the courts are mic'd up.
Yes.
And they pump it through the speakers so you can hear what they're saying. That sounds awesome.
You hear even when the ball like bang, you hear it.
Yeah,
bang, he's like, man, fuck you. Like Melo, he's famous for grabbing the board and telling him, get the fuck out of here. You hear that shit in there, man.
Hell
Kids is in there.
Yeah, see, that sounds way more fun.
Like, damn.
Man, I thought you'd just be up there listening to like their shoes squeaking and stuff.
Nah, man.
But if you can hear what they're saying, that's hilarious.
Nah. You even hear like when you're taking a piss in the bathroom and shit, you still hear the games.
I saw a video about Kobe learning Spanish just to talk shit to somebody in the Olympics.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, you could hear him on the court talking shit in Spanish.
Speaking of assassins, man, that was the last assassin we ever gonna see in the NBA, man, for a long time. LeBron's not even an assassin. KD's probably the closest.
What do you mean?
As far as dominating every aspect of the game.
Okay.
KD's probably the closest. to what we have left as an assassin. The NBA is changing.
Are people getting more specialized, do you think? Like,
no,
this dude shoots.
less specialized.
This dude less specialized.
Less specialized. Everybody's trying to copy everybody's game. There's no individualism anymore.
One of the things that people wanted us to talk about is how we met our wives.
Ooh.
Yeah, ours isn't really that exciting. We met in high school.
High school sweethearts.
Yeah. Well, not really.
Not really? Oh, yeah, she didn't like you, huh?
Yeah, she didn't like me. I don't know what the problem was. We sat at lunch together sometimes. We didn't really run in the same circles. We were just kind of vague acquaintances, you know. And then she started talking to me on Facebook.
Okay. Facebook.
Yeah. She texted me first. I'm going to put it out there officially on the record. She texted me first. And then, the rest is history.
Went in for the win. High school, man. That's a long time. Y'all been together, man. A long time.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been together since high school. We got together in, I think I was 19. So.
19?
Yeah.
So y'all so
like
graduated high school, didn't see each other, and then
right,
saw each other again.
Like barely saw each other in high school. It was like there's like 1 year where we had lunch together sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We didn't have any classes together or anything.
No.
She was a year before me. She's a year younger than me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and then we were just Facebook friends, I guess.
So where did y'all meet again after high school?
Well, on Facebook.
Oh, on
like
Facebook.
she like commented, I like updated my Facebook status or something, and she commented on it out of nowhere. And then I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" And then she texts me first.
First date, where'd you go?
I don't remember.
It's all good.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm over here trying to remember too. That's why I asked you
Shit.
first.
She lived over in these apartments. She lived with a couple of her friends. She was like an unofficial roommate. She lived on a futon in the living room. So for a while I was just going over there, you know, like we were just going over there hanging out. We probably went out to dinner or something at some point.
Where'd y'all go? You remember?
I remember our first kiss. I feel like we went to Granite City or something because that felt nice. Our first kiss was Tanker Hill.
Tanker
Hill, 4th of July that year.
Ooh, on 4th of July too? Did she know about that spot?
Well, yeah, she's from Air Park.
Okay.
She's from Air Park, not me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was her idea.
Tanker Hill, y'all can see the city,
there was
man.
these
it's some movie shit. It's our Hollywood Hill.
We were there with a couple of her friends. We got back to the car. She realized that she forgot her flip-flops or some shit on top of the hill. So we went back up, and there's two dudes up there, you know. And she's like, she's talking shit. She's one of those, when she starts drinking, she's one of those kind of girls. Like, my boyfriend will kick your ass type shit. And I'm like, well, no, I won't. Like, you're on your own, lady. I've known you for 3 days.
Right, I'm out of here.
She's like, who the fuck are you guys? And I'm like, just, whoa.
Leave them alone.
They're just trying to enjoy the fireworks, man. Yeah, so I remember that. I don't remember our first date, but I do remember giving her a little on Tanker Hill.
Some sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar burgers.
Yeah, but it was probably went to the movies and went to Granite City or something. But we mostly just hung out, you know. We just that was back when we were both into the partying, you know.
Right.
So she was having there was house parties at her apartment all the time. So
good times.
Yeah,
man.
that's where we did most of our hanging out.
Good
first.
Times.
But, yeah.
Memories. That's where memories start, man.
Yeah, but I don't know if she remembers any of it because she was always getting turned up, man.
She was there.
Yeah.
You can say she was there.
Yeah, she don't remember nothing.
Man, I met my wife, man. I'm gonna have to put this in the book, but I'm gonna give y'all a little bit. I got out of prison Thanksgiving Eve, 2010. I just did a nickel. And I had already had in my mind I was going to barber school, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So had to go see the barber board, blase. They let me know, you know, you can start school next month. Because I had been to prison, so I had to go kind of get an evaluation, so to say, through the Nebraska State Board because I was a felon. So I get there, right? First day of school, we meet all our instructors. And I see this little itty-bitty little firecracker, man. Just I'm like, I couldn't quit staring at her, right? And I'm staring so hard. Like I said, I'm fresh out of prison, you know what I mean? I'm staring so hard, she turns
You're
around.
kind of scaring people.
Yeah, but not this motherfucker. I ain't scared of this motherfucker, man. Well, I was staring so hard, she turned around and bam, it was one of the moments where if you can't turn away, I was just like, fuck, what's up? What's up? And come to find out, she's my barber instructor, man. That's how I met my wife in barber school. Wow. Yeah, we were sneaking away.
Scandalous.
Sneaking away during lunch and shit, going to her house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Sneaking away, going to lunch and shit, going to her house, man. Next thing you know, man. She won't mind if I tell this story. It had been like 6 months, and there was a rule, of course, instructor, student shouldn't be entwining. You know what I mean? I'm not just any student, though. At the time, I was fucking
you're like
32.
Yeah, you're like 15 years older than
you know
everybody else there.
I'm old enough to be most of these kids' dad in here, so I'm not your average student. They treated it like I was fucking 18, whatever. But I remember this day, man. It was cold-ass day. It was just cold. And she came up to me and handed me the house keys, right? And I was like, what's going on? And she's like, I'm probably going to get fired. I was like, why? Nobody knows, you know what I'm saying? She's like,
somebody knows.
Motherfuckers know. I was like, well, I don't think you're going to get fired. They just going to ask you about it or something, right? So I go on home, man. I get there, hour goes by, 2 hours go by, 3 hours go by, and she comes home with all her boxes and shit. I'm like, oh, damn, man. But I'm still in school. I still got like 2 or 3 months yet to graduate.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So it was. So
fun. She got fired, but you didn't get kicked out of school?
Well, they couldn't kick me out. I'm paying for my school. I paid my way through. You know what I mean? I didn't get the student loans and all that shit. You know what I mean? I was over 30, fresh out of prison, so I paid my own way as I went. I kept working and shit. I had a hustle. You know what I mean? So that's how it went down, man. But yeah, 12 years later, man, we still rolling strong, bro.
Did she give you better grades?
No. No, and here's the thing, man. That's why I say it's always funny that when you say Veronica didn't like you at first, you know what I mean? 'Cause Janet didn't like me.
Oh, my wife, she tries to be like, I didn't like you, but I knew that I was probably going to marry you.
That's what she said. I'm like, what?
I'm like, what do you mean? You didn't like me, but you knew you were probably going to marry me. That don't make any sense.
Well, they had us do these shaves on the balloons, the classic shit, so we do it.
Maybe pop the balloon. You
never
fucked.
popped a balloon. I didn't pop a balloon. But master barber, we got to take our catalogs to have the instructors, stamp them. They don't write, they stamp them, so no forging, no bullshit, right? So she hit me with like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, and I'm like, she said I must have looked at her crazy, 'cause I'm fresh out of prison. You give me something I didn't ask for, or we didn't make a deal for. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what do you want?
Well, I just did one, you know what I mean? You gave me 7 extra, and she said that's where she thought I was an asshole because I didn't say thank you. But I'm like, why you give me that shit? You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so
I don't want that.
I didn't let her sign my book anymore.
Oh fuck.
Because I thought that was, you know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? She ain't feeling me no more. So I would on purpose take it to all the other instructors. So by the time I graduated, they wanted to see my catalog. Oh, I ain't worried about nothing. She's only in there like 8 times. Out of 22 months, she's only in there 8 times.
Oh, yeah?
In the beginning, when she thought I was an asshole still. So I was like,
yeah, that probably covered your ass.
They tried to get me on now.
I mean, how slick do you guys think you possibly could have been, though? Like, how long do you think you actually got away with it before somebody had a feeling? Because you guys were like living together by the time she got fired, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We were in. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long do you realistically think?
Well,
because people are watching and people are chirping.
I don't know,
even when nothing's.
We had a good run. Man. That shit was fly, man.
Like, how'd you keep it? You guys drove separate every day, I'm sure.
Drove separate, or I would walk down the street.
She'd drop you off.
Yeah. Or I'd walk down the street.
See, I'm saying, dude, somebody saw that happen. Somebody saw that happen.
Somebody saw it. Yeah. Somebody saw. I just don't know who. We don't know who.
You still don't know?
We don't know who. Then one night we get home, because the guy that owned the school, I ain't gonna say his name, also owns a lot of properties around here. Some students live in some of his properties, and some of his staff live in some of his properties. And the dude's rich, so we think
sure
the dude had somebody sitting on us. That's the conclusion that we because nobody would have been.
Shit. It doesn't seem like that big a deal, man.
It didn't to us, but it did.
I mean, like, just make it her not your teacher anymore, and then it's like problem solved. I could see it being an issue if there was some kind of conflict of interest, like she was helping your grades.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't doing that, so and like I said, I covered my ass on that unknowingly. Didn't even know, I just thought, she thinks I'm an asshole. She's a little bitch, I mean, I ain't fucking with her no more. That's what I thought it was. But yeah, man, we got together, man.
So how'd you guys like start dating? How'd you find out like, oh, she likes me? Because you can't. Because she's your teacher, right? So you can't just be like, hey,
I remember
you like this? you see anything you like, lady?
I remember this specifically. I don't know if I've ever told her this. She gonna hear this for the first time. Back when I was in barber school, it was Kazis and barbers together. Since then, they've split them up.
Kazis is
cosmetologists.
Okay.
They have their own building. Barbers have their own building now. It wasn't like that when I was in there. So we were very few.
Right.
And there would be like 100 cosmetologists and maybe 20 barbers. So we were all tight. We're still tight. I'm still tight with a lot of the cats I graduated with. So we would cook breakfast, bring food, order pizzas and shit, for the barber floor only. Well, this particular day, Jana was her famous French toast. I love fucking French toast, That shit's worth money in prison, French toast. You know what I'm saying? I told you the French toast shit, right? So I'm like, hell yeah, I want some French toast. You know what I mean? But I was up in class, I'm smelling this shit. I'm like, dang, man, everybody gonna eat everything, man, which wasn't a big deal, but she saved me some French toast.
Oh.
She saved me some
and then
French
you said,
toast. And not just 2 pieces, dog. 3.
Oh. 3 pieces of French toast.
I was like, oh, she was thinking about you, boy.
Yeah, that's a green flag.
I went in for the win, man. I went in for the win. I was like, yeah.
And then you're just like, what's up? You want a date or what?
What's up? I think I rubbed her booty or something.
What?
Accident. It was an accident, dog. I didn't just go in. I didn't, I'm a gentleman.
I was like, damn,
I'm a gentleman. I ain't just go in.
This was a nice story until right there. Until right then.
Nah,
yeah, I went up. I just went up and grabbed her ass.
It was one of the moments where she's going that way and I'm going that way, and we just happened to be too close, and it was just like, whoop, whoop. I was like, hey, and she was, I was like, hey, you know what I mean? You liked it? Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, that kind of made it official, man.
Oh, okay.
And then she made me some cookies.
Okay, yeah, that's not too bad then. I thought you meant you just went up and fucking goosed her or something.
Nah, not a gooser. She made me these monster cookies. She kept making me food.
So she's always been cooking for you.
Yeah, she kept making me food, dog.
Before you guys were even dating or anything.
She kept making me food, and I'm like, man, I know what the fuck that means. I know what that means. So I'm going in for the win, man. And
is she making everybody food or just you?
Just me. Just me, bro. Just me. Yeah, she was being very considerate with your boy. So I went in for the win.
Everybody knows what that means.
Had to make it happen, man.
Fellas, if she's being considerate.
When especially food.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. Baking stuff. And
food, bro. Yeah. When a woman say, baby, you hungry? Dog, she's sweating you, man. At least where I'm from. Woman offer you some food, she wants you to stay. She wants you to eat, get full, take your shoes off, and
get tired, fall asleep,
and be there when she there in the morning, dog. That's and you probably gonna get some more food.
It's a trick.
It's a trick.
Basically.
I mean, depending on how well she cooks, you probably should leave right after you eat dinner. Shit's gross. You probably should just get the fuck up out of there. You should probably just roll out right then and there. But
yeah, that's nice, man. Jan will probably like hearing that.
Yeah, man. The first time she ever heard that. The French toast day, man.
French toast day.
She saved me 3
That's when you
pieces.
knew you're sprung.
She got me with the French toast, man. But you know what? She ain't made me French toast since then.
Oh shit.
We ain't had French toast since then. Now I think about it.
Damn.
But it's all good though, man. I got her, man. Hook, line, sinker. She ain't going nowhere now.
Yeah, me and my wife we just always had a lot of fun. It's like from the beginning. It's like I'm stopping, smelling the roses. I'm like, wait a second.
This
is a really fun moment. Like we've just always had fun. We laugh a lot. We just,
out of
have a good time.
Out of 10 interests, how many do you guys share together?
Shit, all of them.
Okay. I ain't gonna ask you the second question.
Like I don't know. Even like I like stuff she likes. Like she gets a new makeup palette or something, and I'm like, what's the deal with this? That shit's pretty cool. She gets new makeup brushes. She runs in the room and like, let me rub these on your face. Feel these. She's like, which one you like? Well, I'm like, well, this one's my favorite. Yeah, okay. Like she gets. Yeah.
That to me,
shit. Like, and she likes what I like. I got her into like Marvel movie and Spider-Man and shit. Okay. Like she's into that now.
She's open to.
Yeah, like when we first got together, I'm like, Lord of the Rings, dog. Lord of the Rings is amazing. You got to watch it. She's like, that's fucking nerd shit. No way. And then she sits down, she watches it with me. She watches the first one, and she's like, that was a good movie. I'm like, yeah, see? Okay. So, and now she watches all the movies I like. She's like, maybe I do like the Marvel movies.
My wife got me with Avatar. I just refused. Really? refused. I'm like, I ain't watching that sci-fi ass bullshit. I can't wait for part 2 to come out now. I can't fucking wait. That's all I talk about is Avatar now, man. Yeah, I'm always open, farming and shit. A lot of people think me being from Nebraska, for number one, I don't think I've ever been 10 feet near a horse. I don't think I've been fucking 10 feet near a cow or a pig or any of that fucking shit. I don't know nothing about no goddamn farm.
Sure.
My wife, she's from a farm, born and raised. Horses, cows, lions, tigers, and bears, and all that shit. First time I ever stepped foot on a farm in my 45 years was with her.
Nice. Yeah, man.
And to see the full operation of that shit. That's what it's all
about, dude. That's what it's all about.
Man. I would never livestock.
Yeah.
But I would do it.
Growing stuff.
Yeah, I would do it. I would definitely do it.
And then just like, you just have goats. You don't gotta, you don't gotta milk them.
You ain't gotta mow your fucking yard no more. They gonna handle that shit.
You just have them.
Yeah. She got me very interested in farming.
Yeah, so that's the answer to that question, man. She likes stuff I like just because I like it. I like stuff she likes just because she likes it. I let her do my makeup and shit.
And also being able to have our own lives outside of each other.
Sure.
She has her things she likes to do. I have my things I like to do.
Yeah.
And yet still be respected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes we'll be in the same room just doing different shit.
Yeah, upstairs, downstairs, just doing different shit, and be able to do that, and still have that communication.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a lot of people say when they get married, a lot of things stop, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
Why?
It doesn't have to.
Why, bro? Why? That's your wife now. She ain't your girlfriend anymore. That's your wife now.
Right.
You're supposed to be doing more of that shit now. You know what I mean? That's mine. That's officially mine now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't get that, man. I look forward every day to doing something to her, saying something to her, or showing her something where she's like, "This motherfucker here."
Yeah, that's the right attitude, man. I think you gotta. That's an attitude you gotta really intentionally have. Like you gotta wake up in the morning thinking that already. You gotta wake up in the morning ready to do it. Otherwise, you end up just feeling like roommates.
You know what I'm saying? And fuck all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm a wild and crazy guy.
Yeah.
Naturally. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I had to have somebody. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to women, but I like a more rugged woman. You know what
okay,
I mean?
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I finally found that. And what I mean by rugged is
somebody that'll kick your ass. Maybe.
Yeah.
You need them to
get down with the get down. If she see me banging.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things. That's one of the things I liked about my wife a lot at first, is because I just run my mouth just for the shit. Like I just talk shit. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not mad at anybody. Like I'm just talking shit.
Just talking shit.
Yeah. So like a lot of times my wife's like, "What's your deal?" And I'm like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just talking shit."
Just talking shit.
So yeah, I used to talk shit to her. Like when we first started, bullshitting. I was talking shit to her, but she would just talk shit right back.
I probably tell my wife
she wouldn't get butthurt about it.
100 times a day, I'll kick your ass. And you know, she's like, not if I kick your fucking ass. You know, she'll just go, I mean, like, Dad, yeah, that shit is dope, man. Just passing by your wife and looking at her like, man, I'll jack you up.
Yeah, we do shit like that too. I'm always like, I'm about to mollywop your ass,
jack
dude.
you up real quick. That shit is dope, man. And it just creates a little fake beef throughout the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just fun, man. That's just one of those things, man. We just have fun. Like when we're at home, we're having fun. I don't know what we're doing, but we're having fun.
I don't know what the fuck we doing, but we about to do something.
Yeah, and that's how it's been. That's how it's been pretty much since the beginning, man. We just got together and started having fun, and we're like, you want to keep having fun forever? Yeah,
forever. How'd y'all get married?
Real quick, we were engaged for a long time, and then we were like, let's just go to the courthouse and do this thing. So we paid $50 or whatever to the judge. We called our family, like,
all it costs.
Yeah, called our family, like, yo, we're getting married on Friday. It's like Tuesday, so be there, be square, dude. Because we're doing it.
We didn't even do that. Like I said, we got married in the barbershop cutting hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did already talk about that.
We was like, fuck all that shit, man. Let's do it right here, right now, man. Make it happen. Don't nobody really need to know. We'll tell y'all when we ready.
Right.
I don't need to announce that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mom was mad at me. My sister was mad at me. I'm like, hey, man, shit, we'll party later. That's what matters, really, the party. I mean, why go spend 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000? That's going to piss you. As soon as you leave the church, you pissed off, man.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous, man.
Oh, man.
Weddings are expensive.
Yeah,
too,
fuck that, man. That's putting strain on the brain already.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out how you about to pay these 70 racks back.
Yeah, we didn't want to do all that, so
Nah,
we were just like,
that.
do you want to just do it? And invite a bunch of people, like people we haven't seen in 4 years.
You know what I'm saying? That really.
And I got to pay to feed you, and you probably want an open bar.
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
That's
really coming to show love.
Yeah,
the
like
people that are really coming to show love.
Yeah, like we don't even talk to each other. But, you invited me to your wedding, so I feel like I have to invite you to mine.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
Yeah, so we just went and did it, man.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that.
Got a story to tell. You got to put that in the book.
Yo. But yeah, that's one of those, like, I've been really focused on, mindset changes, because
as far as
like just everything, just like, being, having a good day, even, because it's like, because there was a point in my life where I was waking up like, this sucks, and I'm gonna find a reason why it sucks. And then one day I was like, what if I found a reason why it doesn't suck? And now, like, all the time, I'm like, I feel like I'm weird now, but I'll like step out of a moment and be like, this is a really cool moment, man. I'll say it out loud. Me and my wife, I'll be like, this is a great relationship moment, dog. I'm feeling really connected to you right now. Yeah, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just kind of made it I've made it a point to consciously be like, this is really cool. Like, what's happening right now, I like it. What's happening, like, I'm sitting at home relaxing, my 3 dogs.
And that's all it got to be.
Yeah, I'm sitting at home relaxing, my 3 dogs, my wife, we're watching Friends or whatever on the TV. I'm like, whoa, I'm happy as hell.
I think I had that moment this morning.
Yeah, so for a little while now, I've been trying to kind of consciously make myself think about stuff like that. And honestly, I think
I had that moment this morning, man. As you was talking, I was
like,
picturing myself on my couch. Today I woke up early and didn't have to, but I felt great.
Yeah, you just look around like, ooh, shit's cool right now.
Shit's dope right now.
Yeah, if you just do that every once in a while, that's what I started doing, just a few times a day. I'm like, oh, this is cool. That's cool. This is a great relationship moment. I love my wife a lot right now.
You know
Whatever.
She upstairs snoring, put my terry cloth robe on, fired up the PS5, man, at 7 in the morning. And I'm like, man, this shit is fly.
Yeah.
This shit is fly.
Yeah, see stuff exactly like that. And I mean, you do stuff like that all the time, but if you don't think about it, then, it's easy to think my life sucks or whatever. But
it's like I told my son yesterday,
lately I've been trying to make it a point to think about how cool shit is at least once a day.
Negativity is easy.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah,
it's easy. It's easy to do. It's so easy with my dad. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Well, it's easy and everybody's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Positivity, man. It's a workout.
Yeah, it's weird to be negative about something. You pretty much have to do nothing. It's like the default is negative. You have to exert effort to think about stuff in a good way, but
just nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get his mind through that right now. Positivity, man. Not everybody wants to do it.
Man.
It's hard for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got to want to do it too.
You got to want to do it.
Can't really fake it.
And that's the thing. Some people ain't gonna believe you, and that's why some people ain't gonna believe you, son. Some people ain't gonna see. They ain't gonna be able to see your shine. They ain't gonna be able to see your positivity. Tomorrow you gotta totally different, man. So you gotta be a whole different motherfucker tomorrow. You gotta have a whole different outlook. You gotta allow people who are showing you who they are to be who they are. And if negative shit you gotta break off of that shit, man. Otherwise that shit's gonna break your ass down, bro. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, really well said, man. It is what it is, but
it don't pay off, man. I mean, it don't pay off. It don't pay off. You find yourself in that deep dark hole, in the wrong circle, wrong place, wrong time. All of that shit can happen with that frame of mind, man. I ain't even gonna go down the list. You leave yourself open for.
Well, it's like even wrong place, wrong time. It's like, maybe you shouldn't have been there in the first place. Maybe you could have avoided it if your mind was right. Yeah,
your mind was right.
Yeah, maybe. Which it's not that easy. It's not as easy as just getting your mind right. But yeah, it takes work, man.
It takes work.
We were saying, it takes work. But I think I have done a pretty good job shifting my mindset out of like shit sucks, and this is why.
I mean, even in the beginning of the pandemic, and a lot of people, was like, "You crazy," but I was like, "Shit, man, I'm going into penitentiary mode." Now, the negative part of this is shit's locked down. We can't move, whatever. But the outweighing positive side of this shit is I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to go work. You know what I mean? I can go upstairs. I can go downstairs of my house. I can go in the backyard and throw snowballs at my fucking dogs.
Yeah.
I can run my RC trucks up and down the goddamn street. If I want to go do cookies in the hospital parking lot in my pickup, I'm straight. You know what I mean? I thought, the positive.
Yes.
I'm just like, fuck, I'm chilling.
And that's how it happens, man. When you're feeling down, you just don't think about doing that shit, and you don't.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The pandemic shit's been a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
But more of a gift for me. I mean, even the way I run my business now, I've changed everything. And I love it. Everything's working out just fine.
Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, it sounds cliche as hell, man, but there's definitely a bright side to most stuff.
Sweet, and they don't call it sweet and sour for no reason. I mean, shit, good and the bad. I mean, the up and the down.
Yeah, and I mean, they're usually both there at the same time. Like I could sit here and think about 80 things that could be stressing me out a lot, or I could be like, that's a problem for later. Sometimes stuff just is a problem for later. Sometimes,
it is,
Sometimes you gotta compartmentalize some shit and be like, I'll worry about that a week from now.
Brush that, when that shit comes.
Like, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Like you have like a job interview or something, or you're an appointment you're worried about, or some shit like that. Like, and it's scheduled for 2 months from now. There's nothing you can do.
Hurry up and wait.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do between now and those 2 months that's gonna make it go any different. So you gotta get good at shutting that part of your brain off.
Hurry up and wait.
That's hard, man. I can't do that most of the time. I'll sit and worry about worrying.
As much as we saying, you know what I mean? I'm like, shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's work, man, and talking about it out loud with somebody else. I mean, I think that's helpful, dude. Like,
it is.
It's helpful to be like, this is how I think.
Because that is a major issue with myself.
Yeah, like this is how I think. This is what's been working for me. And sometimes saying it out loud helps me remember to do it, man.
I mean, there's manifestation. I mean,
I'll have straight up conversations with myself.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll be driving home, like, oh, my brain's going, I'm worried about blah 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 blah, and then out loud I'll be like, you gotta stop. Enough.
Chill.
You stop.
Stop. Go do something.
Yeah.
I think I did that to myself the other day.
Like, you can't really, like on the way home from work, like, oh fuck, that shit's tomorrow is gonna be a bitch or whatever, It's like I can't worry about it till tomorrow. So like, dude, you just gotta stop. I'll shut my music off in the car. I'll be like, look, I'm about to turn this shit around, man. Like, you gotta stop. That's enough. Like, you're being stupid, and I'll say out loud, like, this is why that's stupid. Like, you're the only one that cares. Just stop. And even if it was a big deal, you wouldn't be able to do anything about it until tomorrow anyway.
Do shit
so
about
just,
it till tomorrow anyway.
Just shut the fuck up. I swear, like I'm the meanest to myself about it. But I'm
voice
like,
of reason.
I'm like, dog, just shut the fuck up. Everything is fine. Last time you thought something was gonna go down, it didn't go down. You know.
I am my own voice of reason.
Yeah.
Because I have to be.
Yeah. Like last time you thought you were gonna get fired, you didn't get fired. You know, like I have that problem too. Like I'll like have a typo in an email at work, and I'll be like, fuck, that's it. I'm getting fired. I'm like, god damn,
man, yeah. That I guess that's that cynical shit. The dude we talked about.
Yeah,
last
like
week.
I gotta consciously try to get that shit out of my brain, and like every time I think about it, I gotta tell myself to shut the fuck up.
Stop, motherfucker, go do something, man. Yeah, I just told myself that the other day. Go do something. It was so fucking cold, but I was like, man, I'm going outside for a minute. Stressing about the fucking car and shit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man. I can't do
there's nothing you can do. Yeah,
I can't do nothing but wait. Fuck it. Car's gone. It's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wrap.
They towed it. It's pieces.
So I flipped that switch and was like, you know what?
Yeah,
I got a whole nother vibe.
Yeah.
Got a whole nother mission. I got a whole nother project.
Now you're gonna have a lowered Chevy.
You know what I mean? That was sitting under my nose the whole time, bro. So I'm like, oh fuck, man, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Why worry about that shit? That shit's over.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
So yeah, in theory, it sounds kind of easy to do, but I can't even do it most of the time. So, but I have been practicing. It takes practice. So if you've been practicing, just keep practicing. And I do.
Well, let me admit first, I think I just got over it yesterday when it happened last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, and sometimes shit takes a while. Like sometimes it's okay to like. It's sad time, you know. Like it's time to be sad about that.
Turn right, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes it's okay to be sad about something too.
It's
man.
all good. It's all good. It is. Yeah, you
just gotta do. I mean,
that's human fucking nature.
Yeah, some stuff it deserves your sadness, I guess.
That's human fucking nature. Yeah. That it's okay. I think there's even, like I said, I don't know the verses, chapter 6, verse 9, and I don't know all that shit, but there is something in that fucking Bible that says you're allowed to yell and curse about it.
Yeah.
You can all you want about it. It's okay. It's cool. That's cool. Mm-hmm. However you feel you need to channel that, it's fucking cool. And if you worried about a motherfucker talking about you while you doing it, go do that shit in the corner. That's
lock yourself in your room.
I don't care. I don't care if you cry. Just if you don't want nobody talking about you, go do. Don't fucking put your phone in your face and cry. Don't do that. It's okay, but don't do that.
Yeah.
That's the human fucking emotion.
How it works in theory. But like I said, man, I'll have anxiety about having anxiety later. I'll be like, oh shit. I'll have pre-anxiety. Like, is going to that gonna?
I feel it coming.
Like, is going to that gonna make me anxious? Like, my friends invite me to something, and I'm like, oh yeah, for sure.
I feel it coming.
And then like 2 days before it, I'm like, am I gonna have anxiety on? Am I gonna have anxiety on Saturday about this? People call and cancel plans. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're working on it.
We working on it, man. We working on it. Hell yeah, we working on it. This is the first time I left my house today, actually.
Yeah, we went to Sam's earlier.
Sam's, I never been in that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's cool. We like it. Hashtag not sponsored, but we like it because you can just check out on your phone. You don't even have to talk to anybody.
I heard there's some.
Yeah, you just put the stuff in your cart and scan it, and then it just charges you.
I heard they ain't got no more people in Walmart.
I don't know. I haven't been in Walmart in a long time. It's been a long time since I've been in Walmart.
Me and the wife were.
Yeah, there are more self checkouts than people checkouts at Sam's.
Where the fuck were we at? Target. We were in fucking Target, bro. They got fucking Walmart.
Scared me a little, dude.
They got robots and shit in that motherfucker, man.
Robots.
What
do you mean?
They got robots going up and down the aisles helping you. If you need a price check, hey, it'll. Yeah, this is $6, whatever the fuck. I was like, wow. Yeah, just a couple days ago, man. Every other aisle, they got a fucking about 5'8", 5'9". Little machine that says hi.
It's just like a little box that rolls around.
Yeah, it has a little scanner thing right here, and it has a little thing right here. And you just price check or ask them
Damn.
just like you would ask a person. What aisle is your panties?
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna
in?
happen, but pretty soon they're not gonna need people working at places.
Fuck me up, man. I was like, oh.
I mean, someday, this probably is a long way off, but someday you'll probably get like they'll invent some chair you sit in at home, and then it puts this thing on your head, and you just tell it what kind of haircut you want. And then it just does it,
No. Like, I mean, they tried that.
Eventually it'll happen, dude.
They tried that.
I'm talking like 100 years from now. That'll happen, dude. I guarantee that'll happen.
And that's interesting you say that, because even computers today, and we know some computers can fix computers, but still needs a human hand.
Well, they made these machines that can reproduce. Did you see that?
I did. That's where I'm going.
It's weird.
Yeah. So they're trying to take.
I don't know what that means. I haven't read into that
it's
enough.
Like they deliberately trying to take all human element out of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where we at right now with that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, eventually, I mean, nobody will be working at McDonald's because they have those touch screens at places, so they don't really need cashiers anymore.
I'm trying to think of,
and then they'll have a robot making the food because a robot definitely could do that.
Definitely, welding,
just be like an assembly line thing.
I'm trying to put together this robot barber. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know how it would work. We don't have anything like that now.
That would
I've
seen
really
sophisticated, because
I've seen people on the internet trying to make.
There's just some professions that need that human precision.
I mean, that's what you say, but people
like art.
I was really into researching automation for a little while during the last election cycle, like the primaries, because I liked Andrew Yang. I don't know if you followed him, but he was all about automation. So following him had me looking into it, and people like the experts in it think that eventually we'll be automating, like we won't need lawyers. They'll be able to automate lawyers. They'll be able to automate like marketing, which they already do. They already have artificial intelligence that'll write ads for you.
Yeah.
And you can't even tell. Like you can't tell it wasn't a person that did it. And I mean, if they make an at-home robot barber that can give me a perfect fade every time, man. Because that's the thing, too. He's going to do it the exact same way every single time.
Well, yeah. Being programmed to do so, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So some people think, that's an advantage. Some people, like you call it human element. Some people will call it a human error,
Ooh, we've been fucking up. They doing it right. They're finally going to do it right, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they'll do it the same way every single time, whether that's right or not.
Damn. The human race
and I'm not,
a whole.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about barbers. I'm talking
I'm talking the human race as a whole. Y'all ain't been doing it right, but these fucking robots will.
Well, yeah, like when they have self-driving cars that really work, there won't be any more car accidents.
No accidents.
People won't be dying on the interstate anymore.
No repairs, maybe. No more mechanics, maybe.
I mean, less repairs for sure. The robots will definitely.
Will that be a robot?
It could be.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit.
I mean, robots already build them.
Is it really 100 fucking years away though, bro?
Oh, I don't know. Some of it, no.
No.
Self-driving cars and shit, I don't think are. But some of it's good, like you take the human element out of driving, and then people aren't.
I think, we talked about it in an early episode. I'm 50-50 with it. I remember being on the interstate. It was, I can't remember. We were going to San Antonio, and we saw one of those semis.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's one of those fucking.
Yeah, they're already out there doing fine.
They're out there.
There's a dude in there that he just sits there.
Shit. I was like, wow, that shit is fucking crazy, yo.
Yeah, and I mean that's good. Like
never got to stop.
Some people, see that too. They can make it so perfect that they just
no gas.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be that bad. It sounds pretty good.
I definitely see the benefits in it.
Yeah, like I guess, like when. I mean, I could go either way on it too, just because I kind of like driving. But that's really my only argument is I just like driving.
Yeah, that's soothing to me.
Yeah, I don't have an actual reason that the people should drive forever. If we get to a point where the computer is better at it and it's safer and we get places faster and I mean you can just hop in your car and go on a road trip and just like you don't even need
be there.
I mean you don't even need windows in the car. Cars could just be like home theater systems, on the inside. The whole ceiling could be a screen and you could just lay down flat in there and just watch
Give
Netflix
you the view of where you're going
the whole time. Yeah, you don't even have to see outside at that point.
Ooh.
Because you don't need to see outside for shit. What do you need to see outside for?
Ooh, give you that Flintstone view. You see that bush, that rock, and that same tree.
Right.
5 miles.
Yeah, exactly. So cars, like once they're totally self-driving, man, cars will be a totally different thing.
That's it.
Like luxury cars will be like an entertainment
See,
experience.
they talked about that shit in high school with you guys though. Us, we never thought we would ever.
Oh no, not in high school.
Not in high school
No.
yet. This wasn't technology.
No, I didn't start learning about stuff like this till I started following politics, like
Well, yeah,
4 years ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's that shit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like all these jobs are gonna go away, and then it's like, then what happens?
Then what happens? Ooh wee.
Everybody can't be computer programmers, you know. So I guess that's the downside, but the upside I think is a lot better, you know.
Demolition Man. Here I go back to that movie, man. I mean, that's basically.
Yeah, so that's why Andrew Yang, he wanted he was talking about universal basic income. Some Martin Luther King Jr. talked about it, I think, but yeah, yeah, because it wouldn't be as easy to work. So he wanted to give people like $1,000 a month or something.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
With all that, how come? And I'm trying to find a way to word this.
Yeah,
man.
you look like you're chewing on something.
How compatible will a human be with a robot or parts in 50 to 100 years? Will we be able to get bionic arms and bionic legs?
For sure.
And that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think eventually that'll be. I mean, that's like some video game.
Shit, humans living longer.
But yeah, I think pretty soon, what are they called? Prosthetics. The prosthetic technology, I think, will get pretty good. So people that lose their arms will have really good bionic arms or whatever. And then I think eventually, when you get to a point where bionic arms are better, then you'll have people who are like voluntarily chopping their arms off.
Chop this motherfucker off
and put a robot arm.
Put a robot arm on me.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
that's
gonna go
like,
play quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, that's like
shit.
Damn, that's crazy. I've never thought of that. Yeah, I've never thought of that in real life. That's like some video game shit for sure. But that would be. There'd have to be like a robot league NFL and a natural league NFL.
Cyborg football, man. I mean, fuck.
Shit.
That's some old school shit. Let's make it real. Cyborg football.
Damn, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, you're probably right, man. People probably will be getting their eyeballs pulled out and having bionic eyes
They're
put
promoting
in.
that shit to us, putting fucking computers not just in our glasses, but in our fucking eyeballs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't volunteer for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, they're doing that shit now. Growing ears and fucking fingers and shit. Like,
yeah, but those aren't robot parts.
That ain't robot. Yeah, that's not.
That's
robot.
pretty dope.
Yeah, that's crazy. That blew my mind, man. Fucking what was it?
And they're like, I feel like I saw something about them having bionic eyes that give blind people sight. Like they hook them up to their brains and they can see.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
Man. That's a major fucking breakthrough right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's especially somebody born blind, you know, which I could never imagine being able to finally see again.
I'm surprised they don't go crazy or something. You're born, but you have no idea what the world likes, and then you're like 37 years old, and you could just see one day, and you're like, what the
fuck?
Like, do you just imagine seeing this? This is the first thing you've ever seen.
Ooh.
In your adult life, you'd be like, what the fuck's an elephant? Have you heard that joke about the about the black service dog? The dude's like, I don't think it's a racist joke, but the dude's like, this dude's on the bus. He has a black service dog, and the bus driver's like, oh, your service dog can't come on the bus. The guy's like, why? The bus driver's like, 'cause he's black, and the blind guy's like, what the fuck is black?
That's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. What the fuck is black?
He's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's fucking funny, man.
He's like, my dog's black.
Fuck y'all, that's funny. Whoa,
like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, like
right?
I don't think that counts as a racist because the race isn't the funny part.
Not at all.
Right.
Dang. Well, think about motherfuckers.
And we're talking
like,
about a black dog.
You ever seen Ray Charles movie?
Yeah.
He went blind as a kid. At like
I don't
7
know.
or 8.
I don't know what would work. Obviously, they both kind of suck, but I don't know if I would rather be able to see for a little bit and then go blind, or just be born blind and not know what I'm missing. Yeah,
that's a wishbone right
yeah,
there.
that's a tough one. I think maybe being able to see for a little bit first would be helpful because you would like you would kind of know what the fuck's going on
balance
a little bit.
Being able to measure.
Yeah, well, you know, like what you'd understand like how buildings are laid out and stuff probably a little better.
But being born blind, man, you got those instincts that nobody else has.
Yeah, you could probably move around pretty good
anyway
when you're born blind.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
That is a tough one. Either way, man, I admire those people, man.
Yeah, that's
the bravery.
Yeah, I think about that all the time. For some reason, I have another anxiety I have is like
that's when I would really be my ass at the house.
Like, what if I go blind right now? I think about shit like that.
The bravery of those people, man.
Yeah, like, because all the stuff I do, you have to be able to see pretty much. Like, I listen to music, I guess. You don't have to see that. That's pretty much it. That's like the only thing I do that I don't have to be able to see it.
Drive. But other than that, yeah, the bravery of those people, man. I always admired that shit.
Yeah, like watching movies, probably wouldn't even want to do that anymore.
You wouldn't even have that desire.
Yeah, play video games, like can't even do it. There are blind people there's a blind dude that is amazing at Street Fighter. I don't know how, but he'll beat the shit out of you.
Word.
Yeah.
Do they have the cheat code books in Braille? I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's the only way he could have got that.
He enters tournaments and stuff, like legit tournaments, and he fucks people up, man. I mean, he doesn't win. He doesn't win the tournament usually, but I mean, he'd be able to play though. He'd kick my ass. Yeah.
To get to that level.
Damn. Yeah, he's just so good at hearing it that he can tell what's going on.
Yeah, he got the cheat code book in Braille
from dudes, you know.
Square, triangle, circle. You know what I mean? You don't need to see. You don't need to see. Just that's all I gotta do. Yeah, fuck yeah. I tried reading in Braille once, man.
Really?
Yeah, that's crazy. They make Braille in prison. So a lot of dudes would bring that shit out on the yard and shit. And I kind of learned a little bit, but fell off on that shit. Don't ask me why. Prison.
Maybe that's something. Maybe that's a good thing you should learn while you can see, though. You know, just in case.
Just in case. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well,
in case something happens to your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Maybe I should start learning Braille and sign language.
Sign language.
I think sign language would be good to know anyway.
Yeah, I knew a little bit. Because we had a deaf homie. May he rest in peace. So we was always able to fuck with him a little bit.
Yeah, that might be. I mean, maybe that's like a whole nother level of being paranoid, though. Is learning Braille just in case I go blind? Is that too far? That's paranoid. That's just straight up paranoid.
Or just to have the knowledge.
Yeah,
I love feeding myself knowledge. You know,
just to educate yourself, and especially sign language, because like just in case
you never know who you might have to help.
Just in case it would ever be helpful.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm at work or something and somebody needs help and they're like, oh, you don't understand me, and I do.
Yeah.
It'd
be definitely too valuable.
I mean, you can make a dude's day like that. Man.
Hell yeah.
You can make a dude's whole year.
Hell
just knowing sign language when he doesn't expect you to.
Sign language. Yeah. Take you a long way.
But shit, that's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work. I barely have time to do anything. To do shit right now. I'm already learning Spanish.
You can pretty much teach yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm teaching myself Spanish.
I mean, a lot of gang signs, no joke, is derived off of sign language.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know a lot of this shit already. I'm gonna be able to communicate with a certain group of motherfuckers for sure. We gonna get the job done.
Yeah, man. We've been listening. You guys can't hear it. We've been listening to the Jurassic 5 for the whole podcast. It's pretty good.
I've been listening, man, all old school hip hop today, man, on the PS5, fucking with that hip hop, man, all motherfucking day. I dedicate my Sundays to that.
Yeah. We're almost out of time. Next week we're guest spotting on that other Lincoln podcast, which is pretty cool. I wasn't really planning on jumping into guest spotting anytime soon, but I mean it's super convenient. We're just gonna jump in on Zoom and stuff.
City love, man.
They're our fellow Lincoln podcast, so we're gonna pop our podcast guest cherry on the Trying to Get Better podcast with Joel and Steve. It's called. They seem like
check them out, man.
They're pretty cool dudes.
Dope dudes.
Yeah. We've been following each other on Instagram for a while, checking them out. They've been checking us out. Yeah, they seem pretty cool. He said he wants to talk about something about peanut butter and jelly. Did you say something about peanut butter and jelly on one of the episodes?
Did I?
I don't know. He said something about Damon. We'll talk about being different people because remember we gave him a little bit of shit about how they said we're different people. We were just playing. We're just playing, man.
All love, man.
No hate.
We talk shit. That's why we do this.
Yeah, so he's saying let's talk about that because we are pretty different.
I probably did say something
We
crazy.
we do have some pretty different lives. But yeah, and then he said, and we'll talk about D's peanut butter and jelly. And I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You made me go back and watch the show now.
Yeah, but I was like, cool, man. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Whatever it is, that's what we'll talk about. Yeah, so we're going to record that with them next week. I think we're going to take next week off of ours and just guest spot on there.
Go kick it with the homies.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll be recording that next Sunday. I'm not sure when they put it up, but we'll let you guys know. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff. Subscribe on YouTube, like the video, comment. All that stuff really, really helps a lot. And most importantly, tell your friends. And we'll see you guys in a week.